It's heating up. It is the temperature is rising in Northern California. Big time. It's probably like 75 degrees. Gorgeous day out here. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing great.
Nice.
It's definitely, yeah, spring is in full effect. I feel it, I see it, I hear it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Zoe's and I'm gonna make some oatmeal shampoo, which just means you take oats. Did you know that oats, like, for 2,000 years have been used? They have a couple compounds in them that, when applied to the body, like the ground up and added water to it, you can make an oat bath. And for thousands of years, humans and animals, but humans found out that if it's super soothing, it's like a natural antihistamine. So, like, I'm gonna grind up some oats, mix it with water, because she's got some dandruff, some itchies. Yeah. But gorgeous day. Our little Thursday show. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
How we living?
Yeah.
You hopefully you have some things you're excited about in your life that are bring you happiness and purpose, which is
Or
kind of
maybe
a
you
woo-woo
don't.
thing to say.
Maybe you're like in a complete downward spiral and you're gonna hit a bottom soon.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. You know?
Or you're somewhere in this center, just kind of.
I got the last sip. There wasn't much left.
It's fine.
But yeah, maybe you're somewhere in the center. Our mom used to always say when we were growing up, we would say words, and she'd say, "Articulate," like, because Sean just said center, and I said center. Our sweet mom.
Yeah.
Her mother was a grammar and English teacher back in Wisconsin, and so our mother also works in schools, and she would always say, "Articulate, enunciate." Sweetheart.
Yeah.
What a sweetie. What a good mom.
Yep.
She kicked ass, man. She raised 3 boys. You got identical twins right here. Andre, Sean.
No.
And then our older brother. And we're like 18 months apart. Our older brother and the two of us. And my folks, I got so much empathy and understanding and kind of compassion for them today, because by the time they were my age today, they had, like,
3 kids.
3 kids, full plate, and our mom was a superwoman, so cool. Yeah, so shout out to moms and dads. You heard?
Shout out to them. It's wild for me to sometimes think I'm 37.
Yeah.
Like, it just hit me right then, actually. Like, oh, I'm 37. I'm not 27. I'm not.
Yeah. You're not 17. You're not 87.
Yeah.
You're 37.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. I think that there's been times the past year that I've felt more young and youthful and alive than I did when I was 32, 31,
Yes.
30. And
Me, 100%.
Yeah.
I've felt it the past year and a half. Yeah.
has to do with finding some purpose, like, striking out on a path. I was talking with a buddy, because a buddy of mine was like, hey man, how does it feel to be doing, like, the OnlyFans collabing? And he's like, I just didn't ever picture you doing it, and et cetera. And or he was just kind of bemused. He's like, wow, it's just like, what a trip. And I was like, yeah, man, it's emboldening to go do new, things. And there were so many safety parameters and all this it was a very, like, it wasn't a very reckless decision at all, in my opinion. But my point is, doing, like, challenging new things, and it's, like, emboldening. I feel like I can do, like, what else do I want to do, and push the boundaries of my own, conception of what's possible. Yeah. So that rips.
Yeah, it's cool, man. And back to the yeah, age is weird, but it's really about how are you filling up your time, right? If are you like happy with what you're filling up your time with? I know people that work jobs and they just aren't happy with them, and therefore,
I mean, you and I have both been there. Yeah, we've both been in situations where, it is a trip, and I never want to forget. Like, yeah, you and I can wake up and do kind of what we want, which is really friggin' cool. And
create. Yeah, we've always wanted to kind of do this, but you have to take leaps of faith and put in work, and you can do anything.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, there's times in our old, like as working in construction, you do get to create, like, in a kind of interesting ways. Sometimes it can be quite fulfilling, and but
it was super fulfilling at times, but the amount of labor that was involved was what was
an energy expenditure
wearing me down. Energy expended. That's actually what it is. If you could just kind of transport me onto a job site, making a cut on a saw, and then nailing something, and then maybe spackling, like that sounds fun.
Yeah, when
but
you get
all the lead up work to those points is
going to our storage, loading up tools,
going to the lumber yard
in the morning in the rush, getting loading up on lumber, sometimes taking an hour to load up, or sometimes we'd have big orders of redwood for decks and stuff, and I'd spend an hour picking through lumber trying to get nice deck boards, and then you go to the job, unload, set the tools up, work for a while. Before you know it, it's 4 p.m. You got to break down, tidy everything up, and then figure out where you're putting your tools. Hopefully at the job site there's a space to store them, but oftentimes not. And then and it's just so much energy expenditure. It's wild. I used to joke with my ex. She she works on her computer. She's worked in tech. She has worked in tech, for 15 years, and I'd always say, man, your tool, look at your tool. It's just a computer. And then I would go to my truck and the whole shed, and I was like, look at all my tools. Interesting. How do I get to just needing that tool? And
now, I'd argue that Andre's tool is his voice and his head.
And yours your cock?
Yeah, my cock in my ass.
Yeah, it rips. It rips, y'all. Yeah, we could dive into more stories.
And we will.
About, the construction life and stuff and shit. Still got all the tools. I got a little load back here behind this couch. Look at this. This is a battery-powered...
Zoe, we're not getting off just because of that.
Battery-powered brad nailer. It's a 16 gauge. So 16 gauge is like a stronger nail than an 18 gauge would be a little finish nail for putting up baseboard. This is maybe, you could still put baseboard up with this and other stuff, but it's more high, stronger nails, and this thing rips. It'll run you about $400, and runs off batteries. Makita tools for life. Anyway, folks, you all rip. Love you all. Zoe,
we love you.
What do you think, Zoe?
We appreciate the support. Please write us.
Yeah, write some comments. Ask questions.
Ask us anything. We'd love to interact with you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Peace.
Peace.